Have you ever walked past a horse's stall and seen them standing there completely still, eyes half closed, and wondered, are they actually sleeping like that? And indeed, horses can sleep standing up. But, and this is important, they also need to lie down to sleep. And if they don't get enough of that lying down sleep, it can actually become dangerous for their health. So today I'm going to explain the fascinating science behind why horses have this unique ability, what's actually happening in their body when they do it, and most importantly, how to tell if your horse is getting the sleep they really need. Let's start with the why. Why would horses evolve to sleep standing up in the first place? Horses are prey animals, and in the wild, lying down to sleep is incredibly vulnerable. It takes a horse several seconds to get up from a lying position and reach full running speed. In those few seconds, a predator could close the distance and attack. So evolution gave horses a remarkable adaptation, the ability to rest and even enter light sleep while standing. According to research, wild horses spend only about 5 to 7% of their total time lying down. Imagine, that's less than 2 hours per day. The rest of their sleep happens standing up. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all sleep is created equal. Horses, just like humans, experience different stages of sleep. There's slow wave sleep, which is lighter, and REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep, which is the deep restorative sleep where dreaming happens. And this is the key. Horses can achieve slow wave sleep while standing up, but they absolutely cannot enter REM sleep unless they're lying down. When a horse is standing and sleeping, they're in what we call slow wave sleep. Their muscles are still engaged enough to keep them upright, their brain activity slows down, but they're not in that deep restorative state. So how do they stay standing without falling over? This is where the anatomy gets really fascinating. Horses have something called the stay apparatus, a system of ligaments, tendons, and muscles in their legs that essentially lock into place. Think of it like a biological kickstand. This system allows horses to rest their muscles while remaining upright with minimal energy expenditure. The patella, that's the kneecap, can actually hook over a ridge in the femur bone, locking the leg in place. The horse can then relax the muscles in that leg almost completely. You've probably seen this. When a horse is resting, they'll often have one hind leg cocked, with the hip dropped. That's the stay apparatus at work. But here's the critical part. To enter REM sleep, horses must lie down. And specifically, they need to lie flat on their side. A study found that horses need a minimum of 30 minutes to 3 hours of REM sleep per day to maintain proper health and cognitive function. During REM sleep, the muscles become completely relaxed, a state called atonia. If a horse tried to enter REM sleep while standing, they would literally collapse. This is why you'll sometimes see horses lying completely flat, legs stretched out, maybe even twitching or moving their legs like they're running. They're dreaming, and they're in that deep REM sleep their body desperately needs. Now here's where this becomes really important for horse owners. Some horses don't get enough lying down time and therefore don't get enough REM sleep. And yes, horses can suffer from sleep deprivation, just like humans. There are several reasons why a horse might not lie down. First, the horse might be in pain or other discomfort. Horses with arthritis, laminitis, or other painful conditions may find it difficult or painful to lie down and get back up. Second, feeling unsafe. If a horse doesn't feel secure in their environment, maybe they're new to a herd or they're in a stall that feels too small or there's too much noise, they won't lie down. Third, herd dynamics. In a group, horses take turns sleeping while others stand guard, but if a horse is low in the pecking order and never feels safe enough, they may not get their turn. And fourth, inadequate footing. Horses need comfortable, dry bedding to lie down. Concrete, wet bedding, or insufficient bedding can prevent them from lying down. Research shows that sleep-deprived horses can experience sudden collapse episodes. The horse will literally fall asleep while standing, enter REM sleep for a split second, lose all muscle tone, and collapse. These collapses can cause injuries, scraped knees, facial injuries, even broken bones in severe cases. One of the telltale signs of sleep deprivation in horses is repeated scrapes or scabs on the knees and fetlocks from these collapse episodes. Other signs include excessive drowsiness during the day, irritability, poor performance, difficulty concentrating during training, and a general decline in well-being. So what can you do to make sure your horse is getting the sleep they need? First, provide adequate bedding. Horses need a soft, dry, comfortable surface to lie down on. Research suggests a minimum of 6 to 8 inches of bedding material, whether that's shavings, straw, or other materials. Second, ensure enough space. A horse needs to feel they have room to lie down, roll, and get back up safely. The general recommendation is at least 12x and 12 feet for an average-sized horse, but bigger is always better. Third, create a safe, quiet environment. Minimize loud noises, sudden disturbances, and stressful situations, especially during typical rest times, usually late evening through early morning. Fourth, if your horse is in a herd, observe the dynamics. Make sure your horse is getting their turn to lie down. Sometimes adding more space or adjusting herd composition can help. If there is no possibility to add more space or change the herd composition, perhaps there is a way to at least separate part of the paddock overnight to give all horses the opportunity to get enough sleep. Fifth, address any pain or discomfort. If you suspect your horse isn't lying down due to pain, consult with your veterinarian. Managing conditions like arthritis can really make a huge difference. And here's a practical tip. If you're not sure whether your horse is lying down at night, set up a camera or check on them at different times. You should see evidence of lying down, bedding, disturbed shavings on their body, that sort of thing. If it is not possible to observe your horse at night, there are often enough clues during the day that indicate insufficient REM sleep at night. For example, your horse may prefer to catch up on this deep sleep during the day when conditions such as sufficient space, peace, and quiet are more likely to be present. A healthy horse should lie down for at least 30 minutes to an hour per day, often in several shorter sessions rather than one long period. And when horses get adequate REM sleep, you'll notice the difference and you will definitely profit from it as well. They're more alert, more willing to work, better able to learn, and generally happier. So to wrap this up, yes, horses can sleep standing up, and they do it using that remarkable stay apparatus that locks their legs in place. But that standing sleep is only light, slow-wave sleep. To get that deep, restorative, and essential REM sleep, horses must lie down, and they need to feel safe, comfortable, and pain-free enough to do so. So make sure you're providing adequate, comfortable bedding, enough space, a safe, quiet environment, proper herd dynamics, and addressing any pain issues. Your horse's sleep is just as important as their nutrition, exercise, and veterinary care. It's a fundamental part of their well-being that often gets overlooked. Now, I'm curious, have you ever caught your horse lying down sleeping? Or have you noticed signs that they might not be getting enough rest? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe because I break down the science behind horse behavior and physiology in every video, making complex topics easy to understand so you can be the best horse owner possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.